I'll be honest, it's a sad world when I'm on here explaining science to folks, but here's the deal. Deep Fusion is out. iOS 13.2 has been released, and I'm so tired of watching 20-minute videos and 17-page articles explaining all the nuances of this technology when it's the simplest freaking feature that's been added to iOS in the number of years. And what I mean by simple is you can't even turn it on or off. It's that simple. Stop explaining it. So I got you. Like, we're going to do this in like 5 to 7 minutes, hopefully. First off, what is it? How does it work? What do I need to do? Tell me more. So it's only available on iOS 13.2, which has just come out in October 2019. It's only available on iPhone 11 or later. Yes, the Pro and Pro Max get it too. While it cannot be turned on or off distinctly, you must understand that it is always an always-on feature unless you have the camera setting of capture outside the frame turned on. So you've got to go into settings and turn that off. While that is not a distinct control for Deep Fusion, it will affect its functionality and will not permit it to operate. The other thing you got to know is Deep Fusion is not going to work on the ultra-wide lens. It will work on the wide lens most of the time if it's a low or medium light situation. On the telephoto lens, it will also work until the scene gets too bright, and then it will cut out there. Now, it works in the background. It's not active while you are taking the picture, but the photo app itself has changed a little bit with the enhancements from Deep Fusion. So the background processing I'll get to in a second. When you launch the camera app now, after iOS 13.2 on the 11 series and onward, the camera is actually it captures 4 images before you hit the shutter button. So yes, that basically means it's taking photos the entire time that the camera app is open, but don't worry, it's not storing them. It's putting them all into a buffer. When you hit that shutter button, it takes about a long exposure. I'm thinking it's on the order of like 20 to 50 milliseconds. It's still rapidly fast. You don't notice it. I've been running 13.2 beta for months, and it is amazing to me to learn how this thing actually works. So it takes 4 pictures before, it takes the long exposure, and then it takes 4 photos afterwards. It takes all these photos, it puts them all into a nice little, like, Oreo double stuffed cookie thing in the background, and within 1 second, your pizza is ready. Sorry, I didn't eat breakfast. I'm hungry today. But really, it literally in like 1 second, you can actually take a picture, and if you go into the photo library and you're in one of those situations where Deep Fusion is active, you can literally see the photo change in the background. You can, go do it. Like, take the picture in some medium to low light area without night mode being on, snap it, tap it, and look. And that sounds like some hashtag, but go in and look, and you'll literally see the picture kind of almost change itself. And that is Deep Fusion at work. What is Deep Fusion doing? It's pretty cool, all right? First, I want to explain to you a couple of other technologies, and so that Deep Fusion is a little bit more relevant. And we're not at 20 minutes yet, so we're good. In the past, you had bracketing, right? Taking the same scene, the same frame shot with a camera with a number of different settings. So you change the settings a certain amount each time, and it was usually a user configured setting, and then cameras got the setting, and you take like 5 pictures, 15 pictures, whatever. You take all these different photos with different bracketing settings, different settings, and that's called bracketing, and then you would apply them or composite them and merge them all into one image with selected parts from the different images. Yeah, it's a kind of exhausting process, and that's why you don't see like the iPhone having bracketing. You can still bracket manually, whatever, boring. The other thing is Smart HDR. I've heard a lot of people saying, well, doesn't Apple already have this? Isn't this just HDR? No. Well, yeah, I mean, we do have Smart HDR on iPhones, cool, but it's not Deep Fusion. Deep Fusion is running after it all. Deep Fusion is coming in and sweeping everything with data. It's looking over it with data. Smart HDR usually captures 3 to 5 exposures. It does an overexpose, an underexpose, and then a regular one most of the time. It throws them together like that Oreo sandwich I was talking about before, but it's not double stuff. It's just like a regular Oreo. It's like an Oreo thin, really. It grabs some stuff, it kind of smashes them together and goes, yeah, I think this should be good. Here you go. Now, you can do HDR manual processing on regular manual cameras. iPhone will even save the still images before the composite image that it makes in an HDR. Deep Fusion's a little bit different than that. We talked about those 4 photos and then the long exposure and then the 4 afterwards. Well, in the Deep Fusion world, that all shows up as 1 picture. You don't have a choice to save 9 pictures, and it's not putting 9 pictures in your storage, so you're good to go. But Deep Fusion actually goes over and looks at a pixel by pixel analysis of those images to see what's different. And then it uses its neural network, aka AI, to figure out what the heck you're taking pictures of. Is it a sky? Is it a puppy? Is it a sweater? Is it a beard? Is it a guy driving in a car recording himself talking, while he's driving on the highway? What the heck is it? Now, obviously, some circumstances are better than others. I've had weird results, but I've got to tell you, it's freaking magic. It is absolutely impressive. I own a number of Canon DSLR cameras. I've taken incredible photographs for years with those. But the iPhone 11 Pro that I've got running Deep Fusion is freaking amazing. Now, normally I would show you a bunch of pictures in this mode, but I'm kind of driving. Plus, you've already seen all those pictures. Or if you have an iPhone 11, go get some. Go take them. But this pixel by pixel analysis, combined with Apple's artificial intelligence and neural network, I mean, it's able to go out and learn more as the phone is used more. And it will be able to comprehend what it's taking a picture of. This is also, I think they're going to work in face analysis if they haven't already. I mean, actually, we know that Apple has face analysis. I'm specifically stating I don't know how integrated it is into the Deep Fusion network and all that stuff. I'm just saying this is kind of how Apple's been identifying faces in the past, and now it's identifying clouds or trees or textures. If you want to see Deep Fusion at work, go outside when the sun is probably like 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon time, unless that's dark where you're at. Go out a little bit earlier. Take a picture of a wood deck or some cement or rocks or maybe something with a grid pattern in it or fabrics. Take a look at the picture and then snap and tap. Do that little snap and tap trick and go look at it, and you will be blown away. So I hit on the fact that how it works. I'm not a fusion specialist unless we're talking about confusion. And this video is less than 20 minutes, so I think we're good. If you have any questions, you want to know more, there's anything I didn't answer, hit me up in the comments. My name is Chris. You've been watching Battery Powered. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. If you like what we're doing here, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if not, like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend too. Until next time, be well, folks.